Big stepper. Everything you touch turns to gold. You are growing, and everyone else around you is growing right along with you. The people that loves you grow and flourish just as equal to your elevation. Everyone that supports you is equally yoked to you. All right? You are worthy, you are worth it, and you really like a small fish in a or big fish in a small pond. I think you and your crew need to be let loose and get in the ocean with unlimited opportunities. What's up, y'all? I'm Empress Miss Mo, your fairy god cousin. My goal is to keep you 5 steps ahead of your enemies, your frenemies, and all these scallywags out here. Period, point blank. This is the Spiritual Street Report where big steppers don't play, we elevate. This is a collective reading for all the zodiac signs all around the world. So let's get to it. Ancestors, thank you so much for everything you've given to us. We are in an attitude of gratitude every day, every hour, every minute, and every step of the way. We're going to go ahead and I'm only using my ancestors and my ancestors only with the enlightenment of the universe to guide me on this message. Thank you so much. Let's get to it. All right. So like I said, you and your crew is top notch. Okay. Blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. Can't nobody take this from y'all. It's like a group of healers coming together and saying, okay, we all healers. What can you do? Okay, I can heal this. I can heal that. I can do this. I can do that. All right. Everybody got a different role and everybody is needed in the world, okay, of today. Very important people. Key players. You're not the only key player in your clique. Isn't that wonderful? Everybody is self-absorbed. Everybody getting money. Everybody living in their purpose. Everybody growing, enjoying their growth, enjoying the journey, their spiritual journey. Okay, I don't see struggle in this, y'all. There's no struggle. However, there is somebody trying to come in between this union. Okay, there's a rotten egg. There's always one rotten apple or one rotten egg in a batch, y'all, who's afraid of success. Okay, there's a rotten egg somewhere. What's going on? Yeah, somebody's trying to stab you in your back, stab your crew in the back, trying to get your crew to turn against you, something like that. Okay, but they see this. Somebody sees what's going on before you see it, Big Stepper. But you do got one rotten egg. One person who don't really believe in the mission, who may be more competitive than everybody else, who don't see y'all, they don't share the same values and core beliefs as everyone else in the group. They still want to be number one. They still got to find a way to be number one. They want to be the leader. They see you to be the leader, Big Stepper, but you're not the leader. Okay? You're not the leader. You just energize the clique. You're just an energizer. Wow. Yeah, and so with that comes with great rewards. Oh my God, this person is getting money hungry. Okay, that's what it is. They're sneaking around. Okay, 2 snake cards came out in the back. Behind everybody's back, they've been sneaking and snaking, trying to find ways to pretty much like outdo everybody or giving information to people that don't need information. Okay, they're kind of like a spy. Oh my God. Yeah, they're telling people about y'all plans. Okay, so this person's an inside spy, and in return they think that if they take down the leader, that they'll be the leader, or if they take down the crew, they could be the only one to do it. Be careful of these people who don't want to work as a team player, y'all. They always want to be the only one to do something. Okay, that's an issue. Okay, you can't be the only one. The whole objective to fulfill your purpose, to live the life that you are destined to live, is so you can teach another person that has the same calling. Okay, it's to pass it on, pass it down, pass it forward. Okay, share what you've learned. Okay, that's part of recovery. That's part of wellness. That's part of life. That's called a healthy lifestyle, a mentor, being a healthy mentor. Okay, it's called mentorship. All right, this person don't have that in them. Okay, they just want to take their takers and gatekeepers. Okay, or gate blockers. Okay, wow, what is going on here? Yeah, so you got a rotten apple in your bunch, in your basket. Okay, what's next, Spirit? What is it that the big steppers can do in this situation? Yeah. Spirit says this person is going to try their best to break y'all up. How to identify? Okay, thank you, Spirit. Spirit's like, well, how to identify anybody who's not bringing in the fruits. So let's say y'all all agree that everybody pay dues every month, just so y'all can have inside money, or so y'all can have be self. So y'all can be self-sufficient in the group, a self-sufficient group. This person never come in and pay their dues. They never follow the rules of the clique, the group, the society, the sorority, the whatever. They never follow the rules. Okay, that's another sign to know that they are bad apple. Okay, they always do an opposite from what is being said to be done. Okay, they're not following the leader. They're always going on the side of the leader, but never following the leader. That's an issue. Because everybody knows every leader has to start off following a leader to become a leader. Everybody knows that. Okay. Yeah, this person also is going to be instigating fights. Instigating some type of fights, arguments in the group. That's another way to kind of recognize, like, you know what? Okay, and they're not protecting the group. Okay, they could be leaking information, talking to people about stuff that they should be talking about. Okay, nobody should be knowing what time y'all meet and where y'all going. And they also could be like bringing outsiders into the meeting. That's another thing. Okay, I don't know. Let me start it. Okay, I don't know exactly what kind of meeting this is. I don't know what kind of society, what kind of group of people, but this could be just a community-based group. Okay. But there could be like certain types of meetings that there just nobody is allowed but the main people. Okay, and everybody need that. Everybody need like an inside group of people who's really serious about maintaining the community or maintaining that space. Okay, to come together and come up with plans to build the community in some way. I don't know exactly what this is, but this person is bringing outsiders. These are just the clues. Okay. To kind of identify who this person is. All right, this may have already happened or is about to happen. Okay, is there anything else we need to know about this situation? What other ways can the big stepper protect what they got? Spirit says, well, the only thing you can do is to recognize what's going on here. Don't be so quick to take sides. Don't be so quick to say anything. Just observe. Spirit wants you to observe what's going on around you. Okay. Observe and see what's unfair and who's causing the unfairness. Get down to the bottom of shit. You know what I'm saying? Do like your own observation spiritually and literally. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with investigating, asking certain questions. Okay, so who told you this? Ask the proper questions. I think a lot of times in certain groups or communities, we don't ask questions the way we should. When somebody comes to us about something, about another person in the group, we should automatically just be asking questions on top of questions on top of questions on top of questions. And if they can't answer those questions, then it can't be relevant. You get what I'm saying? Because what goes on in the dark will come out to the light, y'all. Somebody's trying to hide the cruelty or some type of scheme or scam they're trying to do. That's the bad apple. The bad apple is trying to pretty much take everything for themselves. All right? And I don't see why they value, whatever the value is, being alone. I don't get that. Even a loner wants a group, a small clique of friends. Even a loner needs some type of community, even if virtually or whatever. Okay? I don't see how this person want to destroy something so good, but that's how it is, y'all. Sometimes, right? It's not our business to try to figure out somebody else's crazy. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, they just, it's some type of jealousy, okay, going on here. They're jealous of the main leader. So if I can't be a leader, no one else can be a leader, okay? If there could be somebody next in line that maybe the leader really kind of clings on to the most, okay? There's always somebody that someone can always rely on the most, and they trust their work, they trust their spiritual beliefs, they trust the way they think, okay? So you always gonna have somebody a little more close, like an ace boo coon, a favorite, okay? Let's be real, all right? And this person is jealous either of the favorite and or the leader, okay? And so if they can't be the favorite of the favorite or whatever, then they can't. But reality, they bring nothing to the table, okay? And they always act like they can't do something. Every time someone asks them to do something, they act like they can't do it. Oh, I don't know how to do it. Oh, I don't know. I don't, and so how can somebody trust someone who never really tries to do anything? Does that make sense? They never show up when it's time to show up. They never give when it's time to give. They always lagging when it comes down to time. They slow, they late. It's always, they're never on point. So how can you, whoever this person is, how could they get upset about you choosing a person who's more reliable, who's more on point? All right. See, and that's where the jealousy, this is where we say jealousy is kind of like a mental disability, y'all, okay, or a mental disease in some kind. And then there's a monitoring spirit going on here. Definitely a monitoring spirit, all right? They watch a whole lot virtually, and they do a lot of candle magic, okay? They do a lot of dark magic on the group or on the leader and or the sidekick or ace boo coon, okay? Period, point blank. Yeah, in hopes that somebody gets doing some type of death magic or ill magic, trying to get somebody in this card show up. All the cards don't show up but these, y'all. That's a sign right there. That's how important this is. So they're hoping that somebody actually get hurt. They're doing like accident magic, accident rituals, or some type of dark shit that even my brain can't even wrap around, honey. Okay? And I don't want to. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm going to remove that energy. Return to sender. Return it, sender, return it, sender, return it, sender. Okay? We don't play that around here. As Big said, we don't wish ill will on people. This is why we stay blessed. This is why we always stay blessed. We always touching a coin. We always on to the next best thing. Can't nothing bring us down. Okay, we can get disappointed for a day, but that's about it. You got 24 hours of disappointment messing with us. Okay? After that, we on to the next best thing, baby. We don't play. Yeah, this ain't even our flow right here. Yeah, this is going to be returned back. I hope not, though. I mean, but, hey, if you bold enough to do dark magic on somebody, y'all better be bold and prepared to take the consequences. Because this is not the time nor the season to do any type of dark magic on anybody. So whoever this is definitely spiritually illiterate. We're dealing with a lot of people who just think they can just pick up a book and do this thing called magic. Especially voodoo and hoodoo and all that stuff. Witchcraft, okay? You got to be a certain special type of person to do all that stuff. You can't just be anybody doing it, okay? Not to be funny. To each his own. Y'all can argue about it in the comments. Let me know. Let me know. Give me some insight, okay? But meanwhile, this is going to return back to sender, all right? Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, Big Steppers, y'all too protected. Way too highly protected. You and your crew is protected. So this person's going to X themselves out. So if this person just maybe stop showing up, or if whatever they wished on you is actually happening to them, that's exactly what it is, okay? But Spirit says, this is not the time to celebrate. Don't celebrate anything right now. If you can recognize who this could be in the group, then maybe kind of like do an intervention or something, okay? Y'all could go ahead and vote on what y'all want to do about this person, but they don't have y'all best interest. And you can't, when you growing and you want to flourish, you can't have a rotten apple. You can't have a rotten strawberry in the bunch of strawberries. Everything gonna go rotten. So just remember that, y'all. You put a rotten fruit next to another purified fruit, it's going to rotten out. You gotta pick out the rotten fruits for you to eat a healthy batch of fruit, okay? And to continue to harvest. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much. If you want to book a reading, go ahead and do that. Click the links in my bio. Bye.